bye week. We had an opportunity to get some guys back healthy this past week. Obviously, continue to build on a lot of the things that we did well in the Texas A&M game, correct some of the mistakes that we had, and there's just a couple position groups that we needed healthy. Wide receiver group will be back to full capacity in it, so that's good to see. But overall, it gave us an opportunity to go back, focus on ourselves, focus on technique and fundamentals, things that you're doing in open week to get ready for a Kentucky team that's going to be ready to go at their home stadium. So with that, I'll open up.
First, we have Tom Murphy of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Yeah, hey Ted, I wanted to follow up on your opening comment there. I look back at the player games that you've lost, particularly on offense, and you haven't been able to run the same group out there in a few games. I wonder how might that help your continuity, what you want to get done offensively to be more productive if you get the whole group back out there.
Well, I think, Tom, first of all, it does it provides great continuity across the board there when you're able to do that. We've really had just one game to where we've had our wide receiver core with Traylon and Trey and CJ with Nick, playing a complete game together. And it's only happened twice in the first 5 games. And so I think what that does, obviously, gives us depth and gives us an opportunity to continue to build on, what we saw in the Colorado State game and getting these guys the ball in space. And so it's good. It's really good to get those guys back this week. It's been a great week of practice with them all.
And also, Arkansas has not played at Kentucky since 2008. And I know you've matched up personally with Mark Stoops, but the rarity of that game, I wonder if you could comment on if it's something you'd like to see more often where you cycle back around and play teams in the East a little bit more frequently.
Well, that's obviously you like to see opponents from that other side, but at the same sense, the way the scheduling works, I mean, it's 2012 is the last time I believe Kentucky and Arkansas played, and it's the last at Kentucky since 2008, and so it's been quite some time. And talking to Coach Lunny and some of these other guys about going up there and playing, I mean, some of these guys don't recall doing that, and so again, it's up to the scheduling and how that unfolds, but I do think it's been quite a while, and you'd like to see a little bit more frequency in it.
This is Pete Rowley at 24/7 Sports.
Hey, Coach. Talking about those nose tackles from Kentucky that are about 360 pounds plus, how does an offensive line prepare for something like that?
Well, I think you better be ready to play with low pad level. All three of those guys are back, and some of the guys behind them, they've got quality playing time last year, and so that's the strength. Defensively is those were 3 returning starters there. They're big, they're physical, they play with their hands, and do a great job of separating and coming off blocks. And so we just got to work pad level and understand that it's going to be a battle of the line of scrimmage as it is every week in this league.
And speaking of the offensive line, Colton Jackson was out of practice yesterday. Do you expect him to be back still?
We anticipate today. We'll look and see see how it goes today at practice.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Next is Nate Allen, Nate Allen Sports.
I was going to ask about Colton, but also Ty Clary and Jordan Jones. What's their status for the game?
Both Jordan and Colton will be a wait and see today. Ty Clary was back yesterday and will be in a normal colored jersey today, full go.
Also, just offensively, what kind of stresses does Kentucky create for you?
Well, I think we got to do a good job of getting hats on hats up front. As I mentioned in the previous question that was asked on how physical they are up front, we've got to do a great job of engaging blocks, playing with great pad level, and letting our running backs find the hole. They got some really good linebackers behind them. Cash Daniel, A guy that I've mentioned this week is very, very aggressive, all over the field, very instinctive. And so, again, we're going to have to break some tackles, run through some tackles, but we got to do a great job of getting a hat on a half, giving ourselves a chance.
Thank you.
Next is Bob Holt, the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Hey, Chad, how you doing?
Hey, Bob, I'm doing well.
I wanted to ask you a follow-up on Tyson Morrison. I asked you about him the other day, but I know you put several guys on scholarship in August, and obviously if you have the scholarships available, you want to reward guys. What was it about Tyson that made you decide to include him in that group?
Well, I think the way that his teammates respond to him, the way he comes to work every day and puts his work in through the time that I've been here, and just his continuity that he has with his teammates. I think that there's something special to be said about that. And obviously, he was made some production for us last year, and has really grown on that during the winter months and summer months. And so, and then what he's done for us this year, especially in a room that has been depleted with injuries, we're very fortunate and glad we have him.
And, I guess he came from Central Oklahoma for a semester and decided he wanted to try to play for the Hogs. Do you remember the first time you noticed him in practice or something, or a workout or something? Because he obviously wasn't a guy that was, really on the radar.
I'd have to go back, and it was probably our very first spring when I was trying to figure everybody out. And, I knew that he would flash at times. And you'd ask, who is that guy? So that's probably one of my first recollections of him is just kind of say, ooh, okay, now who's that guy? And they would say, well, he's a walk-on, and you say, okay, and you just keep challenging him to stay on track and do things the right way and stay focused. And great things happen when you do that, and that's what we did.
Thanks.
Huh?
Going to wrap you up today, Coach. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Sure. Looking forward to being back home. It's been a few weeks. We had 2 road games and a bye, so looking forward to being home. It's been a good opportunity for us during this bye to get some guys healed up, to work on some things that were necessary, and also continue to build on some of the good things we've been doing. So it's been a good couple weeks of preparation, and looking forward to playing Arkansas, and have a lot of respect for Coach Morris and our coaches, and they have a very good football team. It was evident with the way they played the last time out. We know how difficult the schedule is in them and in the West, and some of the opportunities that they've had, but played exceptionally well against A&M, and looking forward to that opportunity here this week.
First up, we have Tom Murphy, Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Hey, Mark, you and Brett overlapped in this league for 5 years and never played each other, and Arkansas has not been to Kentucky since 2008. How strange do you find that is, and would you like to see them cycle back around more often?
Yeah, Brett and I, obviously we're good friends, and both of us when we were new in the league took a look at that schedule and noticed that we didn't play each other for some time. So that was certainly odd. I know there was some kind of hiccup in the schedule. I think just prior to me becoming the head coach at Kentucky. So anyway, it is what it is. I really don't put a lot of effort into thinking about that, to be honest with you. Each and every week there's a new opportunity and a new challenge, and really just look to embrace that.
Yeah, when you look at the Arkansas offense, it looks like they're getting guys back healthy too, and it's been a few games since Nick Starkel has been able to work with the exact receiving core and all that, and I'm wondering what you see out of that bunch.
Yeah, I see a group that is very, very talented and very explosive, and you see that at times. And I'm sure with them, with the continuity of having everybody back, they definitely have some playmakers. And Nick is a very, very talented quarterback with a lot of experience. So definitely going to have our hands full, and they definitely present a challenge.
Next is Gary Gray, the Associated Press.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Good afternoon.
With this off week, with the bye, how did you kind of get guys refocused on, just kind of getting on track and really putting the last few games behind them?
That wasn't difficult, getting guys, energized and focused. Our team, has a lot of pride and, take pride in doing things right and being prepared. The results have been the results. There's no denying that. So you got to start with taking a good look at yourself and leading yourself and making sure you're doing the things necessary to be successful, and then branch out from there. And then, to your position group and having an impact on others, and with some guys leading the team. So we work hard on the leadership aspects, and not hard getting the team focused. I noticed it this week, coming back off a couple days off. They were very focused and energized, and a big piece of it is what it is. At our quarterback situation, we're banged up. We got 3 guys hurt, so the rest of our team, understands that, and we have to pick up the slack any way necessary.
On another subject, Coach, you don't get too many questions about punting, but Max is having a great year leading FBS. Keep from him that's really helping his success.
Yeah, Max is just very, very talented, with placing the football as well. Not only is he getting good distance, but I think that's one of the big reasons is Coach Hood, our special teams coordinator, does a fantastic job of, staying ahead on that, and, and what style of punts he decides to work on that day. And fortunately for us, Max has the ability to do quite a few things with the football. He's good in the pocket. He can certainly roll in rugby, the traditional style, like to the right, but we also have the ability to rugby and roll to the left. That's how talented the kid is. Or he could roll to the right and punt it left. So he could do a lot of things with the football, and those are one of the reasons why we've gotten so many yards. And Dean does such a good job and so creative. I think it's difficult to put 2 returners down there because Dean has the ability to run quite a few fakes as well. So I think it's keeping people off balance, and also Max being very talented with the football, punting the football.
Thanks, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Next is Bob Holt, the Arkansas Democrat Gazette.
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, Bob. How about you?
Okay. Hey, what kind of week is Sawyer had? And, after I guess getting some off time last week, and do you still anticipate him starting a quarterback?
Yeah, I'm not getting into that, Bob. I know you're an Arkansas man, but I left that. I'm leaving that alone the rest of the week. We got all quarterbacks were out there, Monday and Tuesday, and we'll be out there today. And I'm not going to get in much more detail than that.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to provide information for the readers.
I'm just jabbing you, Bob. I'm just having fun. No, even with our people, everybody wants, it's just, I could go on and talk about the health and how healthy is he, not healthy, whatever. I'm not getting into it all.
Yep. And then with both teams having an open date, I guess how much new wrinkles do you expect maybe both teams to, stuff they haven't shown maybe in the past?
Definitely. There's definitely going to be wrinkles. I think that each and every week, even if it's a 1 week turnaround, there's always wrinkles. But with 2, I think it's definitely an opportunity for both sides to kind of go back, look at the things we've done, take a look at our tendencies, try to break things up a little bit tendency-wise. I think we are who we are, and they are who they are, but there's certainly going to be wrinkles, and Coach Morris is always very creative, and so you always got to be prepared for that.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Bob.
We have a follow-up from Tom Murphy.
Hey, Mark, I'm wondering, that 2003 Arkansas-Kentucky game is one of the epics of all time. I wonder if you've ever seen clips of that and Jared Lorenzen's role. And I know you guys are honoring him this weekend, and just if you could comment on that a little bit.
Without a doubt, I think that was the reason why we decided to honor Jared in this game, and our administration and our marketing and folks, and Jared was exceptional in that game, and we've definitely seen the highlights, and actually showed it to our team yesterday, and showed them highlights of Jared and talked about Jared and how we're honoring him, and I wanted the players to be familiar with that, and certainly showed them many of the highlights from the 2003 game.
Okay, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Coach, thank you.
Appreciate it.